we keep talking about our portions of information and reviewing this information. All this stuff is necessary to keep in mind in order to pass through the next section, right? So let's try to remember what is an adverb as a general review, so we can go directly to the phrases and recognition of phrases. Okay. So let's talk about this section. Wait a minute, it's very slow. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bam. Okay, let's read adverbs. Help me, Carlita, with this information.
Yes, teacher. Adverbs give information of the verb, the how, the when, the verb, e slash or I slash or. I am not sure.
E is Spanish. How do you say this information?
And
Exactly.
and slash
And
or.
slash or. Mhm.
And the why of the verb.
Good.
Second, they emphasize an adjective like very, really, so, too, quiet, pretty,
Watch out.
quite,
It's not quiet
quite,
exactly. Quite.
quite, pretty, etc. Or a verb, really.
Mhm.
And third, to introduce information currently, specifically, firstly, finally, secondly, additionally, etc. And phrases like, for example, for instance, namely, etc. Namely.
For instance, and namely, it's a difficult word. We can say, well, namely is more how can I say this? A more formal way to say, for example. And the same thing, for instance. For instance is a synonym to for example.
Okay. Okay.
So all these expressions, first, finally, secondly, additionally, like expressions that can help you introduce information, is an adverb too, as well as emphasizers such as very, really, so, too, pretty, etc. And a word that gives you the information about it, right? I don't think we have big issues in terms of uh, in terms of rules, but probably it becomes a little bit confusing when we are detecting words or detecting adverbs, right? It's very important to understand how technically the adverb is just a decoration of a verb, a decoration of an adjective, a decoration of a sentence. So technically, you don't need to detect this information first. There are two ways that we can help ourselves using adverbs for listening. When we are listening, the best way to make divisions on the big pieces of information is detecting adverbs first. So you detect an adverb and you find finally, for example. You know that this is the beginning of the idea. After that, you detect pretty. You know that you are expecting an adjective after it. And then after that, you listen to a description. And then you know that you are talking about a verb. So adverbs really help you locate information. These adverbs are not going to be the main information. Adverbs are only like secondary information to the important things that you need to understand. Again, we are talking about discrimination, eliminating sections that we don't need for the important information, because usually the important information is a noun, whatever. Anyway, it's important to take into consideration because we can discriminate and eliminate information that you don't need. This is technically the information you need to know. Okay? Now, let's do some exercises. Okay? Do you have any question about this information?
Not.
No? Anyone else?
No.
Okay. Okay. Exercise. Okay. The brain. I'm going to give you a set of sentences. Okay? What you need to do is to tell me what parts of the speech or what family word the word belong to. I think this is too small, so let me make it better like this. Let's go one by one. Okay, I'm going to highlight a section. You tell me what family does it correspond to and why. Please keep this slide in hand for consultancy. Okay? What word family does the highlighted word belong to? Number one, let's begin with Silvana. Let's begin with you. Okay, Silvana has some connection problems, so let's begin with. Okay, yes, she left. Carlita, let's begin with you.
Okay. After the rain, the flowers bloomed beautifully In the garden. Mm, I think is I'm not sure. Is that adjective
Okay.
or adverbs? Um, maybe it's an adjective.
I don't understand your answer. Can you repeat that? There was some connection
Uh,
issue.
ad adverb adverbs.
Adverbs. How do you know it's an adverb?
Um, because this beautifully is described bloomed. It's a bird. I
It's
think
describing.
it's
Let's make it more specifically. It's describing blooms, correct? But what is it describing about the verb bloom? Because
what
of course
can
it is a description, but
uh-huh.
what is it describing? According to the information we have, the adverb can be the how, the when, the where, and the why of the verb.
Mhm.
What is beautifully describing?
Mm, how how the house
The how, complete idea.
ah beautiful describe
It's not beautiful. Correct.
beautifully
Mhm.
describe uh the how
The how,
blue bloom
who bloom?
the flowers
The flowers. One more time.
ah um beautifully describe the sorry beautiful describe bloom they have flowers
Whoa, 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 whoa.
no
Organize your idea. I not understand you.
describe the flowers how bloom
The hours how bloom. We have a problem. The person verb complement. Who bloom.
the flowers
Exactly. So you cannot separate the flowers and the verb bloom.
the flowers bloom
Exactly.
okay
And what
describe
does
the
it describe?
flowers bloom
Now again, what does it describe about the flowers bloom?
Mm, no I'm not sure
You said that it describes a particular characteristic, right, of the flowers.
it's the characteristics is be- beautiful
Correct, right. The word beautifully is
Mhm.
describing a particular characteristic of the flowers. What characteristic is it describing?
bloom
Bloom is not a description. It's not a characteristic. It's a verb. What
Mm,
is it describing of the verb?
the description of the verb is beautiful
Again,
because beautifully
I'm not asking
yes
you
no I am not understand teacher
exactly. I'm not asking you what is the description. I am asking you what is beautifully describing of the verb. What is beautifully describing of the verb?
Is the how.
The how.
The how.
You forgot to include that information.
So beautiful describe the how the flowers bloom.
Yes, that's English, milady. I describe, you describe, and it
Describes.
complete.
Describes the how the flowers bloomed.
Exactly. That's English.
Mhm.
Good job. Good job. That's the reason. This is why it's an adverb. So, guys, to justify your answer, you need to tell me a sentence like this. Tell me what part of the sentence it is, and give me the reason. So let's start with the next. The next would be this one for Elsie. Are you there, Elsie? Oh yeah,
Yes, teacher.
Actually, please read the sentence.
The detective examined the mysterious
How do you pronounce
old
the verb? What did the detective do?
examined.
But it doesn't end in eight. You know?
It's
Yeah, think about the imagine eliminate the D. How will you pronounce it?
examined.
Correct. Excellent.
The detective examined the mysterious old book on the dusty shelf.
Highlighted word.
Um,
What is it?
can you repeat, please?
What what part of the speech, what family words are the highlighted words?
Um, mm, adjectives.
Adjectives. And how do you know that?
Mm, the mysterious and all describe 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 the book.
Which is a
Ah, which, which is a noun.
which is a noun. This is why.
This is why it's an adjective.
Perfect. Only let's transform it's to they.
Oh, sorry. Yes, because they
It's,
are mysterious and all. Sorry.
that is totally correct. It's describing a book, which is a noun. And the only way to describe nouns is with adjectives. Make sense?
Yes.
Fantastic. Isaac.
Yes.
Action word.
Somebody left a mysterious package on my doorstep. Doorstep. I think it is an adverb. Doorstep is an adverb because it is describing where yes, it's providing more information. No, it gives us where uh, was the package left.
Where was the package left? If you analyze the phrase on my doorstep, yes, you are correct. But only doorstep, no.
No?
You know, if you include on my, it's an adverb phrase. But in this case, we are only needing the word doorstep.
Oh, then I think that we can say that it's a preposition, no? Because it gives the location of the noun.
Possibly. The location of the noun is provided by on.
Okay,
This is a preposition. But doorstep is not a preposition.
then I don't know. Or maybe somebody left a mysterious package on my doorstep. Then we have that on is a preposition. At on my doorstep is another phrase. So no, come on. No,
What about
I don't know.
only doorstep?
Doorstep. Then I think that maybe it's a noun
Why?
because it's something. No, it's like a um only doorstep refers to an object. No, so it's referring to something.
Right. That is correct.
Okay.
Doorstep. What is your final answer?
Doorstep is a noun. Let me check because why is it
What is it?
because wait, no is because it's naming a word.
Naming a word is different to say naming word.
Naming words. Sorry, can you repeat?
Naming a word is different to say a naming word.
Yes, it's naming. Could you explain me that?
Sure. In the first example, naming a word, then the verb is name. So you are providing the name to a word.
Okay.
In the second example, a naming word is a word that is used to name things, because naming
Okay.
is a description of utility. Of
Okay. Okay. Then in this case, doorstep is naming is uh what was it? Naming words?
correct.
Yes.
So dictate the example again, because you told me a different sentence.
Yes. Doorstep is naming words.
Naming word is
Uh,
countable.
yes. It's a naming word.
Mhm.
Naming words or or something.
Naming
Or
word is implicitly something. You know,
yeah. So what else can I add?
what part, word family does it belong to?
To noun and pronouns.
Complete idea.
Okay, doorstep is a naming words. I don't know that belongs to noun and pronouns.
That. That
That-
belongs to.
That belongs just
Okay.
to
That belongs to.
nouns and pronouns.
Watch out. Nouns and pronouns are not the same family.
Well, nouns
Correct.
family.
Excellent. The nouns family.
Nouns family. Okay.
Not that. The nouns family.
Okay.
Okay. Watch out. Pronouns and nouns are in the same group, but this is
Like
it's not the same, eh?
a subcategory.
Correct. Should I separate it? Probably.
Can you repeat that?
Sure. They are in the same color because they replace each other, but they are not the same, eh? So let me separate the two fellas. Yes, they are in the same color because the pronoun replaces a noun directly, and they replace each other. For that precise reason, a pronoun is not the same word family. The noun is used to name, but a pronoun is used to replace in order to avoid repetition. You see what I mean?
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Interesting. Very interesting. Much better. The next. Silvana, are you there? Is it better now? Silvana is not there yet. So,
Sorry,
yes.
teacher, I'm here.
Ooh, Silvana, she rescued. Very good. So you are going to, you see the exercise? Do you know what we are doing?
Yeah.
Tell me what word family does this I come from? Well, first read the example so you can get familiar with it.
Okay. Despite a long journey, they sorry. Despite the long journey, they reached the mountain summit. Summit. Is it summit?
Pronunciation.
Summit.
Letter U. How do you pronounce letter U?
Summit.
Okay, let's go to the dictionary.
Summit.
Kinda. How do you pronounce this?
Bus.
Bus.
So the same pronunciation goes to this letter U.
Summit.
Summit.
Pronounce it.
Must.
Must.
So more often, letter U sounds a.
Yeah. Summit. Okay. Despite a long journey, they reached the mountain's summit. I'm sorry, I don't know why this despite.
Well, I can give you an example, so I cannot give you the answer. Check this out. Contrasting ideas. What would you expect if there is too much traffic and you have to arrive to the office? What do you expect? You will arrive late, no? It's very late. There's too much traffic. You expect that you're going to arrive late. Surprise, surprise. You didn't. You arrived 1 minute before time.
Okay.
Despite the traffic, you arrived on time.
Okay.
Despite the long journey, when you need to reach the mountains made. I don't know.
Why not? What's the dilemma? Are you there? No?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So, but do you have like questions so I can guide you, so I can help you with it?
The problem is that I don't know if I understand. Well, yeah, I understand, but I think it's not an adjective, not a noun, not a verb.
Okay, okay. Mhm.
It is not connecting anything, so it
Okay.
can be a conjunction.
Mhm.
So I think that the only one left is a collocation or a preposition,
Mhm.
but it's not a collocation, I suppose.
Correct, because a
So
collocation is a
by
group of words.
discarding everything, I think it's a preposition, but I don't know why.
Nice, eh? But that's a very nice solution. Not discarding, Spanglish. Discarding. With D.
The what?
Discarding. Check this out.
Because I said okay.
Discarding is Spanish.
Sorry.
Discard. To get rid of
This
something that you no longer want. Actually,
okay, discard.
oh no, wait. No, that's Spanglish. How do you say descartar in English? By dropping. By
Drop.
dropping,
Okay.
or by elimination, you can say there's an idiomatic expression. By elimination.
By elimination.
Mhm.
Okay. By elimination, I think that is a preposition
You are
because it's
totally correct.
yeah,
Mhm.
but I don't know why.
But you don't know why. Fantastic. Learning opportunity. According to the rules of prepositions give you position and location of the
Location.
same.
Yeah.
But in general, they represent the relation of a noun to another. The relation of one noun to another. In this case, we are describing a negative relation on the long journey and they.
Okay.
This is describing something that you were expecting, right? Something that you were expecting, but didn't happen. It's a very complex preposition because actually it is in the dictionary. You're going to find it as B2, I think. B1,
Well,
And look at this. Ta-da.
yeah.
It's a preposition. Another clue that you have is the word next to it. Next to the word despite, you have the long journey.
No.
And the long journey together is a noun phrase. The only word that connects nouns is prepositions.
Okay.
Therefore, what is despite?
I don't understand the question.
Give me a sentence to describe what is despite. What is the function of despite in this sentence?
Is a preposition
Why?
because it is connecting two nouns.
Correct. Contextually, it's not literally connecting one noun and another, which is the most common way, but contextually you can connect despite with they. Despite the
Okay.
long journey, comma, they reached the mountain summit. Switch. They reached the mountain summit despite the long journey. If you switch it, it's connected.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yeah, but I'm thinking although is not
Ah,
similar.
correct. There are some prepositions that are included in the conjunction family too. In the conjunction family, you have unless, although, but, and, or, so, nor, yet. Technically, some of these are prepositions too.
Okay.
So among adverbs, prepositions, and conjunctions, sometimes there are family members going here and there,
Like Dewey.
like this is not your family doing. Yes, but it's their family. That's the way. Despite
Okay.
was a difficult one. Very good.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. Another difficult, eh? Attention. Mm. Carlita, read the sentence.
Yes, some families are difficult to join, but others make it so simple to relate with. Mm,
You need to find the word others.
and maybe is mm, a pronoun because I um, replace to the noun families,
Very
but
good.
I'm not sure.
You are totally correct. Yes, of course. Say that again.
It's a pronouns
A pronouns, plural
because
or singular?
are pronoun Sorry?
Plural or singular? Pronoun or pronouns?
Pronouns.
Incorrect. Because pronouns is
Pronoun.
plural. One
Okay,
pronoun,
but it's
two pronouns.
Pronoun.
Okay, that much better.
It's a pronoun because replace the
What
noun.
replace?
Replace the noun
Who replace?
or replace
Who replace?
because it
Exactly.
replace
I replace, you replace, and it?
replaces.
Excellent.
Replaces the word families.
The word families.
Mhm.
Which is a?
Which is a pronoun. A pronoun.
Families is a pronoun.
No. Families is a noun.
Excellent. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Let's go. Very good, eh? It was a tricky question and you passed my test. Good job. Okay, let's keep it over here because Jessica is in the chat. Hello, yes, good night.
Good night, teacher. Good night, everyone. So I would the attendance, please. Is here Elsie? Hello, Elsie. Good night.
Hello. Good night.
Thank you, Elsie. Isaac. Hello, Isaac. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Thank you, Isaac. Silvana. Hello, Sil. Good night.
Hello, Jessie. Good night.
Thank you. And Denise. Hello, Denise. Good night.
Hello. Good night.
Thank you, Denise. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you, my lady.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Very good. Difficult task or easy task, my guys?
Difficult picture.
It's a lot of theory. It's a lot of theory, but it's so important to know this. You know, so important to know this. And it's, I promise you, it's basic grammar. You don't need to be a genius to understand this. It's only a matter of understanding the relation between the one word and another. Okay. I want to see two more examples that I want to test. Okay, because I think it's very important to have it. Let's understand this. We are going to understand this concept versus let's go with the first one, Elsie. The first one, Elsie, and the second one, Isaac. 1, 2, 3, action, Elsie.
I need to return these library books. I've had them for so long. Mm. Mm. Pronoun.
Pronoun.
This is a pronoun.
How do you know it's a pronoun?
Mm. Because it refers to library books,
It refers to
but
library books.
is
Okay,
demonstrative.
okay, you are using too much grammar terminologies. I think if you start like doing some research, you're going to enter a rabbit hole that is super deep and it's impossible to escape.
Can you repeat what? Rabbit? What?
A rabbit
Ra-
hole, you know? A rabbit
Mm,
hole is yeah, let me show you a picture of a rabbit hole. Rabbit hole.
what?
Yeah, a rabbit hole. And actually this picture is a perfect metaphor because technically this is a rabbit hole, no? A house of a rabbit. But in English, there's an expression that says that a rabbit hole is entering a topic that has so much is much more deeper than you expected. So if you start researching grammar and everything, you are going to enter a massive world of grammar and it's impossible. So yes, of course, demonstrative and all these concepts are very, very difficult concepts to understand. Let me make it simple. It cannot be a pronoun because the main application of a pronoun is that it is a substitution. And technically this is not replacing anything. But we are doing something with the library books. Actually, there is a relation between the word these and the library books. So in order to find what family correspond to these, you need to find first what family does library books belong to.
Mm, noun phrase.
Precisely, library books is a noun. Therefore, what's the only family that can describe a noun?
Pre-
Describe. Don't give location. Description.
uh, can you repeat?
Yes. What is the family that describes the noun?
Adjective.
Correct. Therefore, the word these in this case is an adjective.
Oh.
This is an adjective because it's describing the library books,
Okay.
which is a noun. That's the only thing. So I think you got confused because you were looking for probably the Spanish word and then you tried to find the grammatical terminology, and that was a complex thought. You know, make it simple. Stick to this information only. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
That was hard. Don't worry. So, Isaac, the last one.
Yes, the movie we watched was something to remember. I really want to watch that again. I'm not sure. Is it a, well, I think that it is, we'll say a pronoun, but I'm not
Okay.
sure.
How do you know it's a pronoun?
Sorry?
What, how do you know it's a pronoun?
Because we are referring to the movie, no?
Precisely. And we are avoiding repetition.
Yep.
Complete idea.
And that is a pronoun because it refers to the movie that was mentioned uh,
Before.
before, yes.
Mhm. This is what we call corresponding pronouns.
Mhm.
That's correct. So you see how thinking in a little bit of grammar can make you avoid thinking in Spanish. That's another positive thing about knowing this. For this logic, you don't need Spanish. So try to get familiar with this information because tomorrow we are going to apply this into bigger pieces of information. And this is where it becomes really interesting. Meanwhile, we finished. I'll see you tomorrow.
Great, teacher. Thank you.
See you,
Have a
teacher.
wonderful
Thank you.
night.
Thank you. See you.
you.
Bye bye.
See you later. Bye bye.